You might know garlic from your most favorite salty snack or salad dressing, but it has to grow somewhere, and that's where I am today at Prairie Winds Garlic Farm near St. Malo, Manitoba. I'm here with Rebekah Sandford, owner of Prairie Winds Garlic Farm. Rebekah, tell me a little about your garlic operation.
All right, well, on our garlic operation, we grow between 28,000 and 40,000 garlic every year. We grow it with organic intentions. We love to use natural fertilizers and hand weed everything.
Okay, now 20 to 40,000 plants, that probably has to have a fairly sizable footprint now. How much acreage does that take up, or square feet?
So the square footage ranges between half an acre to a full acre, depending on what we decide to plant that year.
Now, deciding on what type of garlic you plant now, what type of varieties do you put in the ground, and when do you plant those?
Okay, so we plant in the fall, and we plant like 9 different varieties. A few of them would be like a typical red Russian, purple Russian. And then we have some fancier culinary varieties like Spanish Roja, Northern Quebec, Prairie Purple is a new one that I added this year.
Right. And how many rows are left roughly behind us here?
We have 25 rows here in total. Yeah, it's the start of this new plot. I've never grown anything here.
Okay.
It was a forest behind us.
Okay. And I see in between the rows and amongst the plants you have a lot of straw. Now, what is the purpose of that?
Okay, so the straw is a twofold benefit. In the fall, we cover it to protect. So we do like a 6-inch layer to protect it from the winter, because we have such a fluctuation of we'll go from +4 to -40 during the winter, up and down, and garlic just likes just a steady temperature. And if we don't do that, we'll lose our crop. So it's a crop insurance for me, because right now in Manitoba, you can't buy crop insurance for garlic.
Okay. Not a major crop, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully one day. And then the other reason is in the springtime, we keep it on to help keep moisture in and prevent lots of weeds from growing through. I would say it helps probably 50% of weed suppression.
I think one question I wanted to start with, I didn't think of till now again, was why garlic? What kind of put you in the direction of growing garlic when there may be other types of vegetables or plants that you could grow?
Yeah, about 9 years ago, a friend in Saskatchewan, her neighbor asked if I wanted to buy some garlic, and I had never grown it personally. Okay. And I didn't have a clue how to do it, so he just gave me basics: plant it in the fall and it comes up in the spring. And so I started with 1 pound of garlic and I became addicted to growing it. And the flavor was surpassed any grocery store garlic you'd ever find, and I just had a passion for it. And about 3 years into it, I was starting to sell to friends and neighbors, and I didn't have enough. So my husband did some research on cash crops, because he was like, well, let's pay off our farm mortgage by trying to get our farm to work for itself.
Sure.
And so we looked into garlic farming, and he's like, well, you know how to do it. Let's just buy more seed. Right. And so our first year, we went from 500 garlic in the ground to 25,000. I don't recommend that as to jump into garlic farming. I would say slowly grow into it.
Maybe a few hundred or so.
Yeah, or even bump up to a couple thousand and then slowly add. But we just did the whole Texas go big or go home idea, and yeah, it was a learning curve the first year. We lost half of our crop due to flooding. Okay. But my dad always said, if you fall down, you get up and you try again. Right. So I went with that motto and said, let's try again. That's what farming is about.
Well, Rebekah, thank you very much for showing me your farm. It was a pleasure meeting you. You have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.